The ongoing debate over U.S.-Ukraine has come a halt as Republicans refuse pass President Biden's multi-billion-dollar aid package for Ukraine unless Congress passes a compromise bill that addresses both border security at home and an ally abroad. According U.S. officials, money allocated to Ukraine is expected run out by the end of year. Office Management Budget Director Shalanda Young warned Congress in a December letter about harmful effects of not providing Ukraine with more weapons and equipment, saying it could bring Ukrainians to their knees on battlefield, increase likelihood of Russian military victory. Russia has its Darth Vader, aka Vladimir Putin, and Ukraine has its Captain Marvel, Volodymyr Zelensky. And of course good always triumphs, Khrushchev said. Not realistic. He noted Ukraine's counterattack was insufficient and argued that some Republicans were making a populist argument. There needed to be accountability and convincing numbers for the United States to continue funding Ukraine. Putin gave rare details about the war in Ukraine, said that there will be peace until the goals are achieved once again. I am not surprised at all by Republicans because it's all being played out in Hollywood terms even though that's their agenda there, although I am not surprised that a lot of people are saying. Khrushchev said, we really need a plan first. We need accountability. There is. And then we can talk about it. He said. And I think that's what Biden should focus on next year. If Putin takes Ukraine, he won't stop there, President Biden told reporters earlier this month. According to, he predicted that Putin would next attack a NATO ally and then the United States would have something we were not looking for and do not have today: American troops fighting Russian troops. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said in February 2022 Putin has made clear that he wants to restore Soviet Empire. In short, the bloc wants to re-establish a sphere of influence around neighboring countries were once part Soviets. Khrushchev rejected this linear perspective and said such exaggerated rhetoric, including predicting attacks on NATO countries, was counterproductive and furthered the Hollywood-like narrative that Putin, as Darth Vader, would seek to take over the entire galaxy. Putin was very clear from the beginning, even before Ukraine, when he said, what do they expect us to fight with NATO? Of course we won't fight with NATO. Because when left, wasn't planning on fighting with NATO when entered Ukraine. Said, he didn't actually plan such a war. He thought was establishing a sphere of influence over a country over which he thought had or should dominate. Then it turned into an East-West war. Hoffman said Biden administration should better explain to the American people why United States supports Ukraine in its fight against Russian aggression, rather than saying things like no matter how long it takes. Because Americans don't.